Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in previous video you saw how you can make commands with the help of plugin ZCMD, SCANF, and how you can make user defined functions and how you can format the strings. So in today's video we are going to see how we can make dialogues in San Andreas multiplayer. So we all know that dialogues are very important in SAMP as dialogues help us to improve the UI of the server. So let's see how we can make that. But before starting, I want you to please subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. So also I saw that 72% of my audience are not subscribed and 27% of persons are subscribed. So please subscribe to my channel, like it doesn't cost you anything, like, so just smash that subscribe button and let's get started. So we are here and I added one function send client error. You can just see it is totally same like this, it's just change of color. So it's in red and that is white. You already saw how you can format a string. So before let's start now. Okay, so what we are going to make, first we are going to make a command which will change the player's name using a dialog. Okay, so let's make a command change name player id paramus, and then here we are going to use the function show player dialog. Okay, so what this function do, this function will show player the dialog. So let's see what are the parameters. So first is the parameter the player id to whom the dialog should be shown, the dialog id, the style, caption, info, button 1 and button 2. So as we know, we need this dialog id. So what is a dialog id? There are numerous ways we can make dialogs id. So this just ignore this. So we can do like hashtag define and then dialog change name to 1 and then so on, making thousands of lines, which is just the worst way to do that. So to do this we use enum. So what is a enum? This topic would be clear in the next video. In next video I will tell you about the arrays in pawn and enumerations. So for now just understand, you use enums to make dialogues, like you just name them. Okay, we write enum and underscore dialog, or you can just write anything, it doesn't really matter. So here I am writing the main thing, which is the dialog id. So I want dialog change name. Okay, I guess I missed the G. Yes, right. So I wrote dialog underscore change name. So an ID has been created. Now what I will do, I will just go here, and as we needed a player ID, the second thing was let's see, the second thing was dialog ID. So I am going to write here dialog underscore change name. Let's see what's the next parameter. So next parameter is style. So what is a style, right? So for that I highly recommend you to please check out the Open.mp documentation. I am telling you again, this is the latest and the best documentation for SAMP development. You can see there are style 0, this style 1, style 2 and all. There are every types of dialog, and they also mention the example code you can use to show the dialog and everything, like how what /t do, what /n does, how we can do color embedding in it. So this is really helpful website, so please consider to come here and get ideas. So for change name, I don't think we need a dialog style message box, we need a input. Yes, so I guess this is the correct one. So we get the player input, the name he wants to change. So I'm going to use this dialog style input. What now I will write here the style, which is dialog style input. Okay, so next parameter is caption. So let's see what's a caption. You can see the caption is the title of the dialog. Okay, then the next is the information, and then we have the box, and then we have two buttons. Okay, so let's as I told you, we have to write the title here. I will write change name here. Then we have to write the information. I will write here enter your new name. Okay, I will just zoom out a bit. Yep, that's fine, I guess. Okay, so now we have entered the caption information, and now we have to enter two buttons. So I will write here change, and the next button would be cancel. Okay, so this is how we can show a player dialogue. Okay, now written one which is necessary. So this dialog would be shown. Why not just see if it's working? Let me compile it. And yes, we got one error, I guess. Send client. Okay, just ignore because it's saying this function is not used anywhere. So just for knowledge, if there is any function which you made but you are not using yet, but you might use it later, but it's showing warnings, so you can just write stock in front of it, so it will ignore that. Like you can see, the warning is gone now because of the stock function. So if you remove, if you don't write stock, you have to use the function, or else it will throw the warning. Okay, so let's test this. If we can see the dialog, let me just start the SAMP server. Okay, it's loaded. Now let's connect to it. Okay. So guys, till the game is loading, please consider to subscribe my channel and comment down below if you like the video, or if you have any doubt, or if you have any suggestion for next video, so I will make a new video on that. So this is how it is. Let's see, change name, and boom, we got our dialogue. As we mentioned, the caption, the information, the box, and this. But if I write here my name, like let's say I write LaKhWaN and press enter, my name is not changed and nothing is happening. Why that so? Because just see here, I only wrote the logic to show the dialogue. But what about when a player presses the change, or when player presses the cancel button? So for this, we go to the callback on dialog response. So you can see we have this function. So what I will do, we will use switch cases. Okay, so I think I have taught you this switch cases in my first video of pawn basics, but if you don't know, it's really easy. It's similar to if else. So if you just, like, if you do here if, and then you write the next if else and all, so it's similar to that. If you just yes, you can see this video. In this video I have taught you how you can use switch statements, and in C and in pawn it's similar, like the thing is same. So you can just watch. Like we can see, we write switch, then the variable name, and then a curly braces, and then inside case 1, case 2, case 3. So switch statements are similar to if else if statement. It is useful when you have to check about single variable for different values. So we write switch. Okay, and now I write dialog ID and the curly braces and the case. So what is this? It will, this function, this callback will now switch to the dialog ID and check for every dialog ID, because there are going to be many dialogs, right? Not change name, there may be a login dialog, a register dialog. So let's say we are talking about dialog change name. Okay, so when the dialog, in case of dialog change name, what I will do, I will first check if the player has entered anything or not. So how we will do that? If strlen. So what is this function? This function returns the string length. Okay, so let's say if the name is this LaKhWaN, so the strlen function will return how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So strn will return 7. Okay, so we are going to check the string length of the entered text. Input text is equal to entered text which the user have entered. So if it's lesser than 1, that means 0, or you can just write lesser than equal to 0. If it's less than 0 or strlen of input text is greater than 24, then we return a send client error, which I just told you that I made. What error? That name must be between 0 to 24 characters. Okay, so we just handle this thing that if the name is between 24 only, then it will work. If not, then it will throw an error. So now here we check if response. So what is if response? If response means if the button 1 has been clicked. Okay, if response means if button 1 has been clicked, or else else means this button 2 has been clicked. Okay, so for else part I will just write send client error. What I will send error? That you have cancelled name change dialog. Okay, so this I will send or not send, actually I will just return this. And in this part we are going to change the player's name. We will use set player name function, and we have player ID and the constant name. The constant name is the input text which player have entered, and we will send client success. No, yes, we will send the client success that you have changed your name. Okay, so this is really basic how we are going to handle these all things. Let's compile and see if there is any error. And yep, we got one error at 289. That is this. Okay, I missed this semicolon here. Let me compile and you can see there is no error. Let's just close this server and let me restart, and let's go back to our GTA San Andreas multiplayer. So we are just checking the length of the string length, and if it's in between 1 to 24, then we will change the name, or else it will throw an error. And if the player has pressed the change button only, then it will change the name. So let's see if I just change the name, and right now I'm not going to enter anything. Let's press enter. So you can see I pressed enter and it's saying name must be between 0 to 24 characters. I'm going to again, now this time I'm going to enter a very big value, and you can see it's saying name must be between 0 to 24 characters. So let's enter a good name. Let's write LaKhWaN's Odin. So you have changed your name and you can, okay, so yes, I guess spaces are not allowed, as I see. Yes, spaces are not allowed in SAMP. So LaKhWaN's is working, and you can just change to whatever. So you can see it's working. Also, let's see if I press the cancel button, what will happen. You can see okay, we got name must be between 0 to 24 character, which is an error. So let's see what's wrong here. So we first check this thing. So you understand why this is happening, because we have to check this thing inside response. Because if the player has asked to change my name, only then we will check if the string length is between this and that. Let's compile it again and close this server and restart the server, and let's connect to it. So these are pretty small errors which if you see, then it's very good for you, because you learn from these all things. Okay, so let's wait, and yep, we are here. Let's write change name, then I click on cancel, and you can see you have cancelled name change dialog. Okay, and every other thing is like working if I enter a long thing and all. So it's working. So yep, our name change dialog is working. So let's see another dialog. Okay, we have dialog style list, we have dialog style password, which we will use in other tutorials when I would be teaching you. Dialog style tab list, where you can just tab and enter some value and then again tab. Dialogs tab, in which you can enter the header and then you can column and all. So let's make this let's make this dialog style list. Okay, so how we are going to make the dialog style list? I will just enter the give car command. I guess we made that. Yes, give car command. We will make it dialog based this time. Now let's just comment this out and I will write this thing again. Okay, command and give car player ID, and then I will just write paramus and return 1. So guys, first of all I would like to ask you this: just pause this video and try it yourself. If you are not able to do that, or if you just can't do that, just watch this video again. Okay, so you can use this help too, like how this is using what he did and all. So let's just do this. So first I will just mostly do the same thing which is above. I will get the car ID, and I will now this time I will just not the car ID, I will show him a dialog. Okay, so how we are going to make a dialog? I will just write show player dialog, player ID, and the dialog ID. Now I will write dialog underscore give car. Now dialog underscore give car is not defined, so I will just go above in my enum and I will just easily enter this thing, so nothing will happen. Okay, so give car is now work. Now we need the style dialog style list. Okay, now we need the title, give car. I want to give the title as give car, and the next would be the information. Okay, so the information here is the items. Okay, like you write the item 0 and all. So first I will write the NRG 500, then for the next item I will just write \n. Okay, then we will write Sultan, then the next I say Infernus, or yes, I guess that's enough for it. And also, like, you don't need the button 1 and button 2, right? So you can't just leave it blank. You have to enter a null string here, not null string, just empty string here. Okay, so a dialog would be shown to the player, and now we will again go to the on dialog response on dialog. Okay, now similarly I will write case dialog give car, and inside that what I will just see which list item he have selected. Okay, so you can see list item is the number of the selected items starting from 0. Okay, so if the list item is 0, then it means it's the 0th item. You can see selected the first list item and pressed the left button, so it's saying list item equal to 0. Now we don't have any response because there is no button in our case. So but yes, so we are just going to see if okay, so here we can also use a switch statement. Okay, list item, as I told you, it's just normal thing which is also similar to if else, and I was going to use if else ellipse ladder statement, but cases are better than this. So case 0, that means the first item is selected, and which is the first item? That's NRG. So for NRG we will just write the make car, and because we wrote the function in previous video, I guess, make car, and let's see, yep, player ID and vehicle ID, so it automatically get the player position and create a vehicle. So I will just write player ID and 522, and for case 1, that is Sultan, make car player id comma sultan. So let's just see the SAMP vehicle IDs. Here we have all the vehicle IDs, so I will just see NRG to confirm. Yes, it's 522 and I wrote 522, and I guess Sultan 560. Yep. So we write 560 here, and then I will just copy line down. Case 2, I want Infernus, so I will write Infernus here, and you can see Infernus is 411. So we are done here, and this thing will work. So let's compile and see if there is any error, and oh yep, we got error, and oh okay, I just did that. So the colon is not needed here, so that's my bad, never mind. So I will just run the server, and let's go back to our script, and let's see if we were able to make a dialog based car spawn command. So let's wait for the server to start. Okay, so let's make car. I guess it's give car command, right? Yep. So you can see a give car, NRG 500, Sultan, and Infernus. So you can see that there is a blank button, but there is not the second button. So if the second button is a null string, so it will be automatically disappeared, but you have to enter the first button. I kind of forget that we have to enter this, so I will just write a submit button here, compile it, and close the server, start the server again, go back to here, and let's wait for the script to load. So it's loaded. Let's spawn ourselves and below, and let's write give car, and you can see I write NRG, and yep, we got our NRG. Let's write Infernus, and we got our Infernus. I write Sultan, and we got our Sultan. So you can see this is pretty easy, and dialogues are pretty easy. So if you want to make it different, like let's just modify this. It is like this, right? So let's say we want to make it like this header style. Okay, so if you don't know, you can just see here how you are required to do that. So first we enter the header, and then we enter the items. How it is? So it's like I am going to enter the headers and the price of the vehicle. So first I will write the vehicle, and then \t, and then the price, and then \n, then nrg, then \t, and it should be around like $100. It's so cheap, I know. That's totally fine. $100 and /t $100. So you can see he wrote the header 1, and then /t header 2 /t header 3. So we got header 1, header 2, header 3 with a tab space. And similarly he wrote item 1 column 1 /t item 1 column 2. So you can say item 1 column 1, item 2 column 2. That's how that worked. Okay, so this is a normal way, and let's just change the color of this pricing. Let's format the string, and I write RGB, so R should be 0, green should be let's say F or EE00, and I will just copy this and paste it here and paste it here. Let's compile and see if there is error. Nope, no error. Let me close the server, start the server, go back to the San Andreas multiplayer, and let's see if it's working. So guys, the server is loaded. So let's see how our dialog is now. Let's write give car, and okay, so you notice that okay, the vehicle color and everything is fine, but what's the wrong thing here is I forgot to change the dialog style list. So you know this is dialog style tab list header. So we just write tab list header, and then compile it, then close it, and then rerun it, and then go back to the server. So guys, we are back and let's see if it's looking good or not. Yep. So now you can see it's pretty uniform and consistent. And okay, we got our car. So if I want Sultan, and this is this. So like you can see, it's not deducting any money. So you can add here like if you want to make something to deduct money, then you have to check here like get player money, and if the get player money is less than less than 100, then we return send client error player ID that you don't have money to buy this. Okay, so this is pretty simple. You can just modify and make it very excellent code, like going to a specific place and a full procedure to buy a car. So this is a normal way I am telling you how you can do that. And after that, making a car, you can just give player money, and the money would be -100, so it will just deduct. And I guess we have made a give cash or not. So we don't have a give cash command. So let's quickly make that too with dialog based. Okay, so I write give cash player ID comma para ms, and I will just go a bit faster because you all know everything which I'm going to write. So we write the give player cash and the dialog style input, and then I write give cash here, and then enter the amount, and then get and something like cancel. Then I will just copy this and go to our enumerations, and I will just add this dialog. Then going back to on dialog response, I will just add a case dialog give cash, and here what I will check if the entered amount is I guess we don't have to check the enter amount, we just give the player cash, right? So I will just write give player money player ID comma the input text, but you guys know that input text is a string data type, right? So you can't and the give player money wants an integer type. So we write here strval, which will convert the string to integer, and I will just send client success that you have received money. Okay, now I just quickly compile it and see if there is an error. We have give cash has never been used. So guys, I just wrote this command wrongly. It should be like this, so that's why it was showing error. So my bad. Let's go back and see. So we are here, guys. So let's just write the command give player give cash, and we got the thing like, let me enter a weird number, and you can see we have the cash. Now let me just write give car, and if I write energy 500, yep, energy 500 has been created, and it probably deducted the money. I just wrote something not good because now we don't know if that thing is working or not. I'll just add a minus, and it will now minus. Let's try give car and buy this, and yep, because it's some kind of bug which I created, but yep, it would be working for sure. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you now know how you can make dialogues in San Andreas multiplayer, and please follow this documentation and all the dialogues, and make some dialogues on your own to learn about dialogues. In my next video, I would be telling about arrays and enums, which are very essential in SAMP. So till then, guys, take care, and also comment down below if I should start a tutorial of PySAMP. If you don't know about PySAMP, PySAMP is the new way to develop SAMP scripts in Python. So it's currently in it's totally developed now, and some new API has been released in beta. So you can try and start scripting in that too, because Python is very easy language and it's object oriented based, so it would be very easy to program there. And that's really faster language. So that is it for today, guys, and comment down below if you have any doubt, and make sure to subscribe my channel. Bye.